Hi, I'm Anita Potter from Needles and Hooks, and welcome to episode 10 of UFO2FO. UFO stands for unfinished objects, and FO stands for finished objects. And if you would pretty please like, share, subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. So today, I'm not working on this. I'm working on a project I started yesterday. It's a bunch of granny squares, regular, normal granny squares, and I'm using Red Heart Super Saver Ombre, if I can get it in the camera properly, in a, what's it called? Spearmint. So I'm just doing this just to see how many I can get out of this 10 ounce skein o yarn. And we shall see. I probably should stop starting projects. This is 12. But I don't know when to stop, and I need to finish stuff. My son's blanket is getting close. It's almost 5 feet. Almost. It comes up to about here-ish on me from the floor. I'm 5'2", so I'm going to set my handy-dandy timer. 30 minutes, and then take a break, and then 30 more minutes. An hour-ish is a good enough amount of time to, like, make some progress or start a million things and don't finish any of them. I will get a handle on this. I've got a lot of things I'm working on. I just dropped last week the crocheted hat and scarf. What did I call it? Spring into fall. Because the colors are kind of like springish. And I do have plans to do a knit version. Not the same as that, but different. I just need to figure out how to do the magic loop with knitting needles, so I don't have to sit there and fiddle with, what do you call it? Double points. And I can do it from the top down instead of the brim up. Because I don't have a master pattern. I used to, but I don't know what happened to it. That had all the sizes that you could ever want and make it that way. But when I did the pattern with it, the first hats I made, they were just a little too big for my head. So if I start from the top down, I should be able to measure it like I did the crocheted hat and get one that fits a little snug. It isn't so loose. And I would like to, because then I could probably make like a messy bun hat, because I do wear a ponytail all the time. Ponytail. And I just have a hard time with hats that ride up and don't stay over my ears. Or stay put over my ears, because I also wear glasses, which in itself is a challenge. I didn't have too many issues with the crocheted hat riding up, but then again, it's not really winter yet. It's going to be like the middle of September next week, and we're still in like 80 degree temperatures. And it's like, it's not hat and scarf weather yet. It's not really even, aside from the morning, I don't really need a jacket in the afternoon. Unless it's raining. Which it did earlier this week, I think. But it hasn't done anything since, so I'm just waiting. I'll be thankful when it starts to be like in the 70s or 60s to 70s outside during the day, because it won't be so hot. And I can, like, not fry at work on lunchtime. Hang on here. Getting ahead of myself. So hopefully you go over and you watch that tutorial. I've got left and right-handed videos for it. It is a little long, not gonna lie. I thought about breaking the hat and the scarf into two separate videos, but you can like I've got chapters on it, so you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. I mean, I would like it if you would, but you don't have to. You could just touch on the things you want. Maybe you want the hat and not the scarf, or maybe you want the scarf and not the hat. You can skip on over to those sections. And if you want both, it's there for you. So, yeah, I'm working on that. I do need to get more knitting videos created. I have a apartment inspection next week. So that's why the content hasn't been flowing freely lately. Which hopefully after that's done, I can actually get back on track. Because that would be nice. So far I've got like 20 videos uploaded, a couple of projects. I do need to start working on the knit and crochet stitches. I've also been, oh, that doesn't look good. Let me fix that. Oh, maybe it's at the beginning of the round. Dang it. Let me go back. I have a loose stitch. I do not like loose stitches. So I had to go all the way back to the beginning. There we go. So what was I talking about? Get the knit and crochet stitch pattern section going. I'm going to start with the knitting first. What the hell? I keep having problems. I don't know what's going on. Hang on here. Let me focus for a second. Am I good now? Hopefully. Why does that always look so weird right there? Is it like that on the other ones? It seems like it's like really loose on there. Maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. Let's just not worry about it. Yeah, so this granny square is only 5 rounds. And it measures about 6 inches square. So, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but I haven't made like a granny square blanket in forever. It's been like years, and even then I didn't make it. It was something my mom picked up at a yard sale many years ago, and she gave it to me and I completed it. So I didn't make the granny squares, I did the borders. And I have done granny square stuff before, but it's been a really long time. So I had to take a refresher course on how to do this because I haven't done it in forever. I do need to get started on figuring out the temperature blanket. I can't even speak. The temperature blanket crochet along, the knit along one. I wish I could do it like how I'm gonna do the crocheted one, but some stitch patterns require multiple rows, and it's 365 unless we've got a leap year. And it's like, it's supposed to be like, some people only do the highs for the day. I want to do the high and low. Hang on, I'm loosening my stitches again. So it'd be like 2 rows. Now I'm trying to think what I want, because it might end up being like a giant blanket. Especially with the crochet one. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, what the dimensions should be. Because not everybody wants like a big old blanket. Some people like throws, lapgans, stuff like that. So I like having a variety of blankets. I got a couple of throws. I just don't have anything. I don't have a real couch to throw them on, or a real chair to throw them on. And it's, well, other than the chair I'm sitting in. Now I realize you can't see a dang thing what I'm doing. I just realized that. Let me fix this. Maybe. Still can't. Now, there we are. Sort of crooked. Fixing it. There we go. I really need a better place to be doing this in. I can't do it against... I can't sit over there on my couch against the wall, especially with the neighbor frickin' screaming at her kids again. And it's just like... It's frustrating. It takes me out of what I'm trying to do. And she's doing it now, which is no good. Which I hope it's not coming over the microphone. Dang it. I turned my AC on, but that thing is loud. To drown that out, but one of these days soon I will get out of here and somewhere else. Not attached to other people, or if I am, that they're not obnoxious. I'm fairly quiet. I don't play loud music. I don't have my TV up super loud when I do have it on. I don't have my computer speakers super loud either. So, darn it. Shush phone. What are you? Nothing I can look at. Nothing fun. Canadian geese are out. If I lean back in my chair, that would probably be helpful. Because it's comfier than sitting straight up. Yeah, so I'm going to try, like, when I get next week over with, I'm going to try and do this stuff in blocks, so I have content. Well, I don't want to do 7 days a week. Maybe 5 days a week, possibly. Hopefully, would be nice. Projects when they arise. Because we're getting into, like, winter. What the heck? Hang on, I'm having a crisis here. Is that normal? Eh, I can live with it. 1, 2, maybe 1, 2, 3. Could be just the way the yarn looks in the light too, but did I go on the right one? No. I'm just lip stitching in the wrong spot. There we go. This is where I want to be. Up in here. All right. Why am I having such problem with loose stitches today? Oops. Maybe I shouldn't worry about it too much. I'm going to border them. But I don't like having unevenness in my stitches. That's 1, 2, 3. I'll put it over here. Slip again. Slip in there. Chain 3. Or maybe it'll disappear I don't know. Huh. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. Anyway, trying to like do this and think about what to do. And it's like I would like to know what you guys would like to learn how to make, or what stitches you would like to learn. Because like I said, we're getting into like fall and winter and stuff and holidays and whatnot. It's like I thought about doing a, darn it, maybe a crocheted pumpkin tutorial, but there are already a ton of those out there. And I don't have any like fall color yarn other than the Groot colorway, the mandala yarn, and I don't want to use that for that. That is earmarked for a knitting project for the channel that I need to spend some time doing like a swatch for it, just to see what needle size I want to use. And that takes a minute. I mean, it comes down to personal preference, but I don't want to... Usually when I make my knit scarves, I don't use the recommended needle size. I always use like... Because most of the time I make it out of like a size 4 worsted weight yarn. But this is a size 3. And the worsted weight ones, I use 10.5 knitting needles for it. Because it feels like it's quicker to work up. Because it's on bigger needles. But I don't want to go that far with that yarn. So I'm thinking maybe like a 9 or 10. I'll just do swatches and with each and see which one I like better for the pattern. I mean, I have my go-to sizes. Usually I'm on a size 8. This is a size I9. Did I get to the end yet? No. I'm all like, where am I at? So, yeah, instead of going to bed at a decent hour last night, I made those 3 blocks. Well, no, I finished 2, started on a 3rd. I finished the 3rd one when I got home. This is block 4. And I'm just letting the color do what it wants. Completely. And I still need to pick like what kind of border color I want on this. Something that will work well with all the colors that are coming across. Because I'm just letting it go. I'm not controlling it whatsoever. I don't do the planned pooling or the granny square yarn. I don't do that. If I did, I'd probably do the same thing, just crochet with it and let the colors go where they want. Like I did with the planned pooling red heart. I did find, and I don't remember if I said this in the last UFO2FO, but I did find my red and black scarf. So I'm going to be wearing the hell out of that once it gets to be sweater weather. And I'm going to wear my newly created spring into fall hat and scarf. Because, yeah, I made it. I'm going to wear it. That scarf took a couple of weeks to do. And I was just like, am I done with this scarf yet? 4 feet. Yay, I'm at 4 feet. Let's wrap it around my neck. Nope, not long enough. All right, fine. Let's go to 5 feet. Wrap around. Nope, still too short. And I was like, made it 6 feet, and that was about the end of it. I have some yarn left over from that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. What is this? Why does this look weird? Something looks off. And I don't know if it's just me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got one more round. Nah, it's just me. I'm losing my brain here. I'm hoping to get one done per session. 30-minute block. And I'm on the 5th round. Leaning back in my chair. Why? Because it's comfy. Oops. I can't count. I thought I was 3. Nope. It's only 2. So, yeah, after next week, I'm going to start doing more stuff for this channel and getting back onto my other channel. Because I haven't done anything over there in about a month for what that channel was created for. So I've got to catch up on that stuff. And I usually do 2 videos a week right now for that. And these just pop up whenever. It doesn't... Trying to make the video for, like... I'm left-handed. I'm a left-handed crocheter, and I have to flip the video for the right-handed people out there. So that takes a minute. I usually just would, like, bring the left-hand video back into DaVinci Resolve and then flip it and then re-bounce it out. But on the hat portion of the pattern, the video, I was writing stuff down and it was backwards, and I'm like, oh no. So I had to make a graphic for it because, you know, it's like I'm left-handed. I want right-handers not to feel left out, even though there are some, like, channels that only just do right-handed crochet and not everybody is right-handed. Yeah, there's, like, not a lot of us, but we're out there. And I'm just like, you know what, a left-handed version would be great. Because sometimes I can't visualize things backwards. You know? And it's like, especially if it's like, my crochet books will have like step-by-step picture instructions, but they're all for right-handed. And I'm like, I don't understand this. I don't get it. You could just like go and like put the book on your scanner and flip it. And I'm like, no. 1, the scanner's under the desk. 2, I don't wanna. It's a lot of work. But, I mean, I can follow written instructions. But when it comes to like trying to visual learning, if I'm just doing stuff left-handed and right-handers aren't gonna be able to like visualize it the other direction without like a pattern written down. And I'm gonna have to, that reminds me, I'm gonna have to write that down. Videos on how to read a pattern. Yep. You know, because there's some like, you can just like mindlessly make a project and be happy with it. But if you find something you really like, but it's got a pattern, it's a written pattern, you have to learn how to read the pattern. As I've been reading patterns for like ever. And I even make my own stuff up, but I write everything down for it. That way, if I want to make it again, I have written instructions on what I did the first time. And I'm almost done with this 5th round. Yep, in fact, there's the other end. Okay, what was I doing? I almost lost my double crochet there. Yeah, I don't know how big I want to make this, because I'm trying to find out how many blocks I can get out of one of these. I bought 2 of them. I bought like six of these, 2 in whatever that is over there, 2 in scuba and 2 in spearmint. I think this is like, I don't know, what's it called? Baja Blue, even though it looks purple to me. Okay. I think it's just weird. Why does this look weird? I don't know if I'm, like, losing my mind, but I feel like this looks weird. Let me check it against another block. Oh, it's the same size. It's roughly the same thing. Never mind. And scissors. Oh, wait. Now the scissors. Cut. Block 4 is done. With how much time remaining? 5 minutes. Let's see. I bet this coffee's cold. Yep. So when I go to take my break, I'm gonna heat some more coffee up and start on block 1, 2, 3, 5. I don't know how far I'll get with this before the timer goes off. But let me know what projects you're working on down in the comment section below. Get the center. There we go. Yeah, getting it started is always like the hardest part. I mean, I could do a magic circle, but I don't feel like it. I mean, I like what magic circles do, but sometimes it's just too fuzzy. It's great for amigurumis, but doing stuff like this, nah. Prefer to just do it the old-fashioned way and double crochet into the ring. And I'm weaving in my tail as I go. And then when I go to do the borders, I'm going to weave those ends, the top ends, in as well. So I don't have to hand sew anything in or too much of it, because I know when I go to do the borders, I'm going to have to weave those ends in, which is no big deal. I just need to figure out what color I want for the border. I don't want something... If I could just find something that's like decently in the some kind of color. I don't know if I want a light, medium, or dark border. I don't have a clue. I need to work up more squares just to see, and lay them next to each other just to see what would work. And I don't have much green-ish yarn. I do not have any kind in these kind of colors. I have like dark green and bright green and a lighter green, but they won't match this at all. Yeah, and as soon as I get like a finished object, I'll actually make another finished objects without a yarn buy, because I can't buy any yarn at the moment. I need to finish some stuff first before I even think about purchasing any more yarn. Unless it's something specific for the channel. Because I don't really make too many projects for myself. Like, blankets are just blankets. They're for whoever to use. I've only got like maybe 2 blankets. One I need to finish. For me, it's sitting in a bag, and I need to figure out how I'm gonna do it, because it was made with size 4 yarn, and I want to use the Brene blanket yarn for the backing on it. But I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do that and then put those two together. Still thinking. Oh no. Cute. I forgot to chain 2. So that's a big old shell right there. That's not what I want. Darn it. Something was wrong and I should have known from the beginning. So frogging back this goes to, like, let's see. Oh, I think I might have frogged back too far. That's fine. I don't care. Frogs happen. Yes, timer. And it's break time. So I will see you after my break. And we're back. So I went ahead and, like, I couldn't leave it alone. So I made the mistake in round 1 of this. So, well, let me show you the right side. In round 1, I didn't do two double crochets. I didn't chain 2 before, like, slip stitching. So I went back, fixed it. So now I can get started again when I press play on my timer for another 30 minutes. So yeah, I have this apartment inspection on Thursday coming up, this Thursday. I took that day off of work. And so this weekend, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with all this nonsense I've got all over the place. So I need to, if I had a lamp in my room, my bedroom, I could, like, get started on that section after work tomorrow. But I don't, and it gets darker sooner now, so I run out of daylight. So that project, the bedroom has to wait until, like, Sunday morning during the day when I can see. So when I get home from work, I have to pick my son up from work too, so it'll probably be dark-ish by the time I get actually back here. So I can do the stuff in the living room first. Get the bathroom sorted. It's not too much nonsense in there, but I do have a bunch of stuff sitting in my little nook of a tiny hallway in the corner over there, so I gotta figure that out. See if I can, like, get anything else off my old computer that I might need, and then do something with that. I don't know what yet. I'd hate to just pitch it in the trash, but it is so old, and it's not like nobody would want it. Besides, I've already taken a lot of stuff out of it that I could use, like SATA cables for my disk drives. What the heck is going on here? Hang on. I pulled my tail from the back to the front. I need to put it back to the back. There we go. Get that out of my way. Yeah, there's just random boxes of nonsense over there. I have to go through them again and figure out what to do with things. It's like, they're just going to have to understand. I came from a 2-bedroom apartment down to a 1-bedroom. Not because I wanted to. The last place I lived at, they booted everybody out. And I had to find something. So the 2 bedrooms I was looking at weren't going to be available in the time that I needed. So it was like a month from the time I needed to be out of that place. Basically, like everybody needed to be out of that place at a certain time. Some of us got a little more time than others. I got 2 months. The last group they booted only had 1 month. So, but I did not get, there were no 2 bedrooms here that I know about that were available. They were constantly, they're remodeling the apartments or whatever, but, and they said, yeah, you can move into one of those other ones, but it would be like $1,200 a month. And I'm like, no, I'll stay put where I'm at and deal with what I've got until I actually move out, which hopefully will be next year. Just trying to get some things in place to make that happen. I wanted to do it this year, but the stars did not align and the universe was not bending to my will, so I'm stuck here for another year. And it's like they need to finish that pool, because that's never been in service since I moved in 3 years ago. We just got the laundry room back maybe 2 months ago, and it had been out of commission in this building for almost, basically about a month after I moved in. We couldn't use it because they were redoing all that construction stuff down on the bottom floor. So I had to hoof my laundry across to a whole different building, which that was no fun, especially in the winter time, because it's like super cold and I'm like, I don't like this. And it was frustrating. They kept asking, it's like, when is it going to be back open? Oh, we got another month. And then another month passes and we still didn't have access, and that went on for like ever. Thankfully we got it now. I could just walk down 4 flights of stairs and back up 4 flights and not have to go across the way, because I've got like nerve damage in my legs, and sometimes it's just like, it's really hard to like walk some days, especially if I don't get enough sleep. I don't know what causes it or what's causing it. I've been dealing with it for like 6 years now. Oh, 7 actually. 2018, 19, 20, 22, 23. No, 6 years. One of these days I'll get it figured out. But just happily working along on this little square, letting it do what it wants. Yeah, I wonder if I'm going to get a second light colored square. A total light colored square. I don't know. We shall see. I'm on round 1, 2, 4. Yeah, because hopefully I can start getting a schedule back. My other channel, I could just shoot 2 videos in one night and I'm good for a week. Here, it's just the yarn community, it's so freaking competitive. And I'm just sitting here with my 4 subscribers. Hi, 4 subscribers. I love you all. I'm just trying to do my best. You know, that's all I can do. Being fairly new. I probably could have started this a lot sooner, and I know I've mentioned this before, if I knew my web camera could actually mount to a camera stand, a tripod. I probably would have been doing this a lot sooner than I did. Because I set this channel up, I think, back in October of last year. And didn't start doing anything until a couple months, I think July? I'd have to look. I'm not looking right now, though, but it was like a couple months ago. If that. It's just finding time to do everything. And I got a lot of practice on editing videos with my other channel, because my other channel, I was brand new. It's like I hadn't done anything, and it was like terrifying. I made a lot of mistakes. Heck, I still make mistakes. You know, and it's like I could edit them out, but that's no. And there's just like way too many channels of every type out there that you try to learn something from. They claim that they're going to teach you how to do this, but there are so many jump cuts, like too many edits, and it's like I can't follow this. It's jumping too fast. It's going too fast. And it's like you glossed over this specific thing, and I don't understand how to do it. And I find that a lot when I'm trying to watch Blender tutorials. And it's like they tend to gloss over what you need in order to do things. Like when I was working on my kinetic rush using Smoke and Fire from Embergen by Jenga Effects, I couldn't figure out why is my smoke and fire not showing up properly. They glossed over like, oh, you need to do all, because mine, when I exported, and I know this is probably just boring as all get out, when I exported the volume from Embergen, mine would come with like 3 different sets. And I don't understand why. I still don't understand why it would do that. And the tutorial I was watching only just had the one. And I'm like, why is mine not showing up? What am I doing wrong? And they glossed over the fact that you actually need to do this in your volume settings in order to get it to display, which they did not go over. And I'm thinking it's probably something they already have like enabled by default. And I'm like, I can't do this. What the oh no. Oh, never mind. I'm losing my brain again. It's been a long week. Long work week. And I got one more day. I'm shooting this on Friday. Which ironically is my mom's birthday, who's no longer with us. She's been gone since 2008. So happy birthday, Mom, wherever you may be. So yeah, it's been over 10 years. But let's move on to happier things. Ah. There we go. What round am I on? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on round 5. I'll probably start block number whatever it is. But I won't be able to finish that one in the time that's left. Now, if I'm not yapping, I can fly through these blocks pretty quick. But, I hope I can get more than 10 out of this. Because I'm not sure how big I want to make it either. So I'm just using this, and if I run out of this, well, I won't run out of it on this session, but I will run out of it eventually. And I got one more skein, and then I just want to see how many I can get out of it, because I'm trying to think how many blocks. 6 by 6. And I'm trying to, if I make this for like my bed, I want to future-proof it to a queen size. Well, I'll probably make it like a king size, because I don't have a queen bed, I have a twin bed, and I can't measure that from the floor across, back down to the floor, from the front, back down the length to the floor. I only have a twin size mattress. But that, I will get that eventually. Because the twin size, I can't really, like, sprawl. I mean, I'm only 5'2", but I like my space. But I also like my blankets not to, like, not be covering me. And I was looking sizes up, king size comforter sizes, and they're huge. Like 100 inches by like 96 or something like that. And it's like you run into the, oh, okay. I looked up, can you put a king size comforter on a queen size bed? And it's just like the snobbery. Oh, it wouldn't look right. I don't care how it looks. I want to know, what would it look like? You know? It's like, I know it's a lot bigger than a queen size bed, but I like my blankets bigger. I don't like tiny blankets unless it's a lap blanket. No, I'm not getting a second lightly colored block. The color changed. But that's okay. Can I please stop splitting my yarn? Oh, that would have been stupid. I almost put 4 double crochets into that stitch. That's not how that works. It's only 3. And I'm almost at the end. Yay! Last side. What did I do? Oh. This is what happens when I look away. Oh, I forget where I'm at. Thought I made a mistake. Nope. I frogged it back anyway because I thought I made a mistake. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's done that too. Yeah. Awkward silence is awkward. I'm just trying to like not screw up over here. I'm just a tiny YouTube channel. I'm itty bitty compared to others. But I do my best. That's all you can do anyway. I don't do that over sensational clickbaity titles and what do you call it? Thumbnails. It's like, ugh, that's one good way to not have me click on a link to watch a video is the clickbaity titles and the clickbaity thumbnails. No thank you. That's block 5. Let's see, what time am I at? I got 13 minutes. Let's start block 6. Not sure how far I'm gonna get with block 6, but we'll see. Me and my shorts. It is hot, and I did not turn my AC on during my break, which I probably should have. That's fine. I can stand it for another 12 minutes or so. Oh, can we just not make mistakes right when we start? Getting the first double crochet into the ring is always a challenge. And the other ones just, I was gonna say the other ones just fly, but I didn't grab my yarn. Did not get it hooked right. trying to think. I'll probably just get the same colorway for the whole blanket. Because I was like, well, I've got scuba in there also, but I don't want to use that with this. So as soon as I figure out how many blocks I can get out of one, and I can then figure out, and I'm going to lay these side by side just to see how many I need. Because I don't know how I'm going to do the borders yet. I know I'm going to like probably granny them together because I really detest hand sewing. But I'll do it if I have to. Make sure I didn't screw this up. 2, 2, 2. Okay, round 2. Yeah, because when I was looking up how to do this last night, it's like the ones that I ran across, they wanted you to turn the work. And I'm like, why would I do that? I'm going in the round. I don't know. I do not know the pros and cons of why you would turn your work on a granny square. I don't know. If somebody can enlighten me, please let me know in the comments section. Pretty please. Because I have no idea. I was going to do the African flower granny project I've got going on, but that's a car project. That's a project for me to work on my breaks at work. Which I'm on like the final bits of it. I need to do, I think, 3 more pentagons, and then that part of it is done and I can put those together, which I won't do in the car. Nope, I need to be at home with that so I can concentrate. But if I will take this, I'll take this project with me to work because it's just blocks. That's all I'm working until I get them all done. However many that's going to be, I don't know. Hopefully it's not something insane like 100. That would be crazy. Because the blocks are 6 inches square. I need to know if I'm doing a king size. And there's like several different like sizes or whatever. But I need to figure out how many I'm gonna need. I just need to pick a size and go with it. But I need to make that assessment probably, I don't know, next week. I'm trying not to have this in my lap, and I'm not leaning back like I was earlier. If I had a better spot, if I had a different place, like a house, like I want, I would so get a recliner and just do these in the recliner. Do these sessions in the recliner. It'd be so much easier. And if I had like just a normal camera and a lav mic. Oh, see, the production. I mean, I'm an audio engineer. I should have all the equipment, but I don't. I have an interface, which is what my microphone is hooked up to. And I don't put plugins on my mic because it's just voice. And I keep having this problem where there's like this electrical, darn it, electrical interference. And I figured out where it was coming from. It's coming from my internet box. Like the last time with a different box, it's the same thing. So I fixed that. Moved it back further away from my interface, which I moved because it used to live right behind my keyboard, but I kept with the mics plugged in. And I have to move the keyboard out of the way sometimes, and it would hit the mic cord. And I'm just like, I am so sick of this. I'm sick of this desk too, but I can't do anything about that right now. I can't do the desk I want. Not in this place. It's too constricting, and there's no good wall space, and the outlets are just not in convenient locations, which sucks. Which would be nice if they were. One, two, round 3. I'm on round 4. I don't think I'll get to round 5 in the time left. That's fine. I'll just finish the block and afterwards. So I don't want to leave it undone. Except for last night. I started and I'm like going, I really need to go to bed. So I have a tendency to stay up later than I probably should, especially during the work week. I got one more day of work tomorrow, which is Saturday. And I got all the shenanigans going on, so I don't think I'll be working on much of anything on my days off. Except for, like, getting this place in order. Darn it. Double crochet is trying to be fussy with me right now. I win. Come on. See, this is basically pretty much mindless crochet, which that's fine. I've got enough stuff I have to like concentrate on. Most of my projects, except for 2, are 2 projects I have to like totally concentrate on. And I've got like the rest of them, except when I get the 10 stitch blankets to the corners, that I need to concentrate on the corners because I have screwed those up before and it's no fun. And it's like you can't figure out where you made the mistake, so you just keep going. And I've had to like increase a stitch because I lost one somewhere, but it's not unraveling, so I'm not worried about it. It's just going to be a light blanket, and I don't know how big the other one's going to be. When it's done, I'm still frogging back a project and knitting with it. I haven't gotten to the second mandala cake. It's one of the bigger cakes. I went to go see if they had any more at Walmart when I bought yarn over there, and they just didn't. They only had the small ones. Which I would really like to get some more of those. In different colorways. I'm at the end of round 4. Now going to round 5. Yeah, 5 rounds. Doesn't really take that long. I don't think I'll get around all the way around it. I haven't clocked myself seeing how fast this works up. I haven't timed myself doing it because there are like issues like you split your yarn or you didn't quite get your yarn over. Because I know when I was working on my son's blanket earlier, I kept wanting to double crochet instead of single crochet. I had to catch myself doing it a couple of times. I was like, what am I doing? I don't understand. Why? It's a single crochet. Pay attention. And that's a mindless project too. It's just all single crochets. And this is all double crochets and 2 chains in the corner. Ah, see? I almost got there. I got one side almost finished. One. Anyway. Ah! I'll finish that after I hit stop. So, let me know what projects you worked on during this session. Let me know. Cause I'm curious, because maybe there's like some kind of inspiration I could get from them to do my own projects with. I don't know. I'm just like, I've just got all this stuff. My son's blanket, 2 other blankets underneath it, my rug. This taking up space on my desk now. So let me know what you worked on, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.